the Lord said He's going to speak to His people with another tongue. Today, that tongue is English. We don't. I mean, you got an idea of Hebrew.
There's another tongue.
You got an idea of Hebrew. Listen, the other tongue is English today.
No, the book of Acts talks about another tongue.
No.
The book of Acts
the power of tongues.
They put in immiscible. So what that be called? It takes it a little bit out of chronological order. It's put to the verse 12.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books, there is no end.
So there's no end to all the books. There's the Chronicle of the Kings of Israel, the Book of Jasher. There are many books that were lost.
Yeah.
A lot of them were fabricated. People just say, oh, yeah, you got a new book. They've made it. They don't have the original. You know what I mean? So now, read that again.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books, there is no end.
So that even goes into all the other books. It goes into that's going into the Quran. You want to learn about God. You want to learn about this and that. There's no end to it all, right? But we're going to get to
that.
Exactly. We're going to get to
Satan
the point.
designed that to confuse us.
And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
Yeah, we can't keep up with that. Just like the laws. That's why we had to get broken down to 10.
Verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So can we see what this says? Fear.
You want to read that one?
Elohim.
I'm sorry. Verse 12 again?
Yeah.
Verse 13.
12.
Verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many Cypherim, there is no end. So that's book.
Yep. That's why this is called Cypher.
Cypherim, there is no end. And much study is weariness of flesh. Verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and guard His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
What do you think about Elohim?
It means good.
In plural. Because remember it says, let us make us.
Let us make man in our image.
Right.
Now, before we get into the meaning of the word Elohim, I want to focus on the duty. What's your duty here on this earth, sis? That's the whole duty of this.
To bring forth truth.
To the whole duty of man. Read it one more time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments.
Your duty is to keep the commandments of God.
Bring it up.
That's the whole duty of men.
Yes. Yeah.
So we will get into all the other books, to get into all the other deep knowledge. But where's the commandments of God found?
It's found in her as well.
Yeah, it's found in there as well, but it's not found. You're not getting new commandments and new revelations in the book of Enoch. You gotta what we read earlier in Deuteronomy.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Yes.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Likewise, a man shouldn't be out here in a dress, in a skirt. You know what I mean? That's abomination. Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Okay.
So no, like we said, if you're in abomination, you're not going to get into the kingdom of heaven. That's what our main focus should be. How do we get to the kingdom of heaven? So read that in Zephaniah.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
The Most High God calls that strange apparel.
Yes.
We are those people. We are the princes. We are the princess.
Yes.
So So the Lord has a dress code for you to wear.
Yes.
And has standards for you. We have the laws for you. Give me Psalms 147 verse 19. The laws was only given to you. No one else. That means you gotta keep them. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
So we have these laws. We are held to a higher standard than everyone else on the street.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Right. These people, if they don't want to wear pants, they can wear pants. If the men want to dress up in skirts and stuff, they can do that. That's an abomination for us. That's why we got to be stopping.
Okay. So who's the Lord?
The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Is it? Because this time they make you call white man Lord. They make you say Lord this,
No
Lord.
one else.
It's all these, what I'm saying is, we got to change our language as well, because the English language is a curse. Barak means blessed. Ruach HaKodesh. Ruach means holy. We got to shift our language as well. You could convict me, I have it, right? I will change. I will transform based on my inner man, my understanding. I will transform, but we got to transform, right? We got to completely shift our whole mindset. Truth is truth.
So now we just read.
What is the truth when you're abandoning one truth for a higher
My
truth?
sister, what's your name again, sis?
Batya.
Batia.
My Christian name is Erica.
Ira.
My Hebrew name is Batya.
Yeah, my Hebrew name is Ira. Right? So we just read what your duty is as a Hebrew woman.
Sure.
Part of the commandments is not learning Hebrew. There's no commandment that says you must learn Hebrew, you must code good in Hebrew. But let me show you what the Lord says. Read that.
Right, but Hebrew gets you to the truth.
1 second. Listen to this. Yes.
Lord's connected to that. Yah is connected to that.
The book of
Lord ain't
Isaiah, chapter
Jesus,
20.
that ain't Jesus, that's Yah. That's Yahusha.
Check what the prophet said.
That's not even him, that's just a picture.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
So the Lord said he's going to speak to his people with another tongue. Today that tongue is English. We don't, I mean, you got an idea of Hebrew. Give me Zephaniah.
There's another tongue.
You got an idea of Hebrew. Listen, the other tongue is English today.
No, the
in
book
this
of
land.
Acts talks about another tongue.
No.
The book of Acts
the
talks
power
about
of
several
tongues.
tongues.
The power of tongues.
Yeah, I found
Because
it.
the Lord spoke to everybody. Didn't matter what language they spoke.
And you think he don't speak to me?
So now,
I
let me show
feel
you
him
something.
every day.
The Lord speaking to me right now. Sis. Give me that
He speaks to me every day.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even over my fierce anger. All the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So this is the future prophecy.
Absolutely.
And what's going to happen in the future? Read.
Verse 9. For then will I turn the people to a pure language.
Then the Most High God's going to return us our pure language. That means
true language.
the
Not English.
That means that the Hebrew that you're speaking right now, is that the pure language? If at this time
It's
we're
the
going
first
to be
language.
returned
This
to the pure
was
language.
originally in Hebrew.
No, let me show
Where
you
they got
something.
that from?
Who preserved Hebrew? Hebrew was a dead language.
The tribes. Hebrew
Our
was a dead
enemies
language.
preserved Hebrew.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. nation is you.